Is cottage gore going to be like more like blood makeup or what? Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter and I'm a reseller on eBay and other platforms. I've got, I think, 9 sales to ship out. I'm going to package them up tonight and they'll ship out tomorrow. I actually didn't package up orders yesterday, so these are from the last 2 days. And today is Thursday, January 30th. I'm going to count my orders here. Oh, another one came in, but it'll be counted tomorrow. I took a low offer on some shorts. I know it's short season coming up, but they didn't sell last year. Anyway, I'm getting off topic already. I've got Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and Depop sales this time. This first one is I don't know, the brand's called Gifnicetti. Size extra large, formal dress, holographic, one shoulder sequin mermaid fairy. I believe this was new with tags. But let's take a look at how much they sent me an offer. Sorry, I'm getting my browser all in order. They sent me an offer for $50. I accepted that. Seemed fair. It's going out on Poshmark, so I can use a priority mail box, which is what I will use. And give me 1 second. We went out to dinner tonight, so I'm doing this later than I would like, but we had steak, so that was nice. Dad took us out. Yeah, I had it listed for $80. I really just wasn't sure what this would go for. It was new with tags, and I got this for free from a friend. I know, some of my best things come to me for free, and I love it. So I'm guessing this sold for Prom. I had various keywords in there like mermaid and fairy, sequin. It's just a really beautiful iridescent sequin dress. And I'm going to put it in this box right here that I had used before to store a sport coat. We'll just slip it in. I need to print the label. It's going to North Carolina. And the self-adhesive doesn't stay stuck, so I'm going to put a sticker on top of it. This is just a USPS priority mail sticker. And I'll put it over the top like that, as if it were tape. And I'm going to put another one over here just to cover up this other old tag that I had on here. I do have some other formals I need to get listed. I think only 2, and only one of them I expect to sell for Prom because of its style and size. The other one is like a junior bridesmaid, like a younger girl's dress, but it's a Disney collab, and I've had it a long time and I've never listed it. Okay, first one done. So I made, I guess, $40. Let's see, 50, 10 would have been my fees. Yeah, I made $40 on that. So that hits my all-around goals. I listed it just a month and a half ago. So it sold in less than 90 days, which is my goal. My cost of goods was less than $5. It sold for $30 or more plus shipping, and my profit was $20 or more. So all the way around, it met the goals. We went to eat at Texas Roadhouse, which is usually pretty good, pretty consistent. Tonight's steak wasn't as good as it usually was, but This is the first time that's not been consistent, so I'll give them a pass. This next item is a Depop sale. It's a Free People dress, which I would not think that Free People would sell all that great over on Depop, but this did sell. Free People size large Wonderland mini dress. Fit and flare. It's very short. It's a very short little dress. I thought it was top. It is a dress. It sold probably through an offer because it looks like the price was $25.47 and my fee was $1.55. So that's pretty cool. I like the low fees that they have. I paid $3.24 for this. And let's look at how much I made. I got an error. Doesn't delist from Facebook. Whatever. That's fine. And then it bumped me back down to there. That's not where I wanted to be. $20.68. So this sold for less than my $30 plus shipping requirement, but that's okay. I still made over $20, barely, but that's good. And it sold in a month and a half as well. No, a month and 3 weeks, really. So let me print out the label. Depop will send you a link to download it. This is going to New Jersey. And I'm going to put it in a poly mailer. I got these little like floral design ones. I bought a long time ago. I guess, a lot of poly mailers because I seem to have these for a long time of different designs. And then I bought some eBay ones, and I just like those because they're thicker. But these are fine. And since it's not an eBay order, I don't know. So New Jersey is getting a mini dress. And a Poshmark one. Next, I'm going to use my favorite, a bubble mailer. This is a Kendrick Lamar concert tee. We picked it up in Denver. We saw pretty high comps for it, and then when I got home to list it, not so much, not that high. So, go figure. This is a size small, long sleeve tee, crew neck. It sold for $20. Sometimes there's that mystery where in the store it looks better. This is going to New York. So $20 is what they paid plus shipping fees. $4. Yeah, $4. Think about that. I had paid $4.32. I wouldn't have bought it if I knew it was going to sell for $20. Not for $4.32. If it had been like a buck or two, that's a different story. These t-shirts are pretty easy to list. So my profit is $11.68. A Mercari sale next. This is a pair of shoes, plastic kids shoes. The brand is Native. These will sell. They're pretty expensive for some plastic shoes, retail. And these have cute foxes all over them. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't see a lot of these listed. In fact, I don't know if I saw any of these listed. They paid $18.72. That would have been through an offer. My selling fee is $2.60. And I had paid $2.16 for these. So that's a really good cost of goods. I have paid more than that for Native shoes. I have learned not to do that because, $18 is actually really great for some used kids shoes. I made $13.96. What do these retail for? Did I write it down? No. Well, I probably had it in the Poshmark listing. No, I didn't. That's okay. And they sold quickly. I just closed out of it before I could tell you. So I'm going to put these in a bubbly mailer just to provide a little extra protection. But these are sturdy plastic shoes. They will be fine in this. I did get my hair cut today, and I'm getting used to it. I'm not so sure about it yet. I need to be able to style it myself a few times, try some different things before I decide if I like it. But if I don't, hair grows back. And that's all right. I tried a new stylist, and I like her a lot. These are going to Pittsburgh. And I think I could work with her to like get to the style that I want. Maybe it's the style I want now. I really don't know. I'm just unsure about this, to be honest. This one is a vintage belt that was also free to me because it was something my husband got from someone in his family. And it's an old military web canvas buckle belt in that drab brown of the military. I don't know how old this thing is, but it could be potentially very, very old. I just didn't know. I listed it for $25, and that is what it sold for. Full price very quickly. Which I like when that happens. Always makes me worry that I listed it too low, but something like this could have sat around for a while and it wouldn't have taken up much space, but that's all right too. Gotta look up and see how much they paid altogether. $30.72 is what they paid with shipping. And $4.43 were my fees. Cost of goods, $0, and let's figure up shipping. I'm gonna put it in a small bubble mailer. This measures 9 by 7. Nine by 7. It weighs 3.3. I'm going to round up to 4. 9.7. And it'll cost $4.33 for me to ship. So my profit is $21.96. And it sold in 1 week. I tell you, it feels like I just listed this thing like yesterday, and it's going to Napa, California. One thing I learned in my comments yesterday or day before a video, I said that the UPS SurePost is delivered to the house by USPS, but the contract between those two has ended. So UPS is delivering it all the way. It still has a USPS barcode on it. I'm assuming that they just haven't updated things yet because it just ended in January, like the January 1st. Back to eBay sales. This one is a really cool dress. It is a long vintage velvet dress. Newport News is the brand. That doesn't really matter as much as just the style. I think was amazing. Size 16, black velvet maxi dress, rhinestone, goth, whimsigoth, witchy. Whimsigoth is like one of those newish keywords. And Whimsigoth, I think this is perfect in Whimsigoth, but I've seen a lot of variety in Whimsigoth. I've also heard of cottage gore and cottage goth. I heard of that just recently. So I'm like, what? Are these all the same? Or are there small nuances? You know, like, is cottage gore going to be like more like blood makeup or what? I don't know. I don't know these things. This sold promoted, so I had more in fees. They paid with shipping $51.88. This sold through an offer. My fees, I'm gonna have to add these two numbers together. $12.69. I don't do well with the math. I paid $5.41. And so let's ship it. All the buttons I think are on the inside, so I feel okay putting this in a poly mailer. They're like folded inside. I guess I didn't have compostable ones in this size. So this measures 12 by 10 by like 3, 12 by 10 by 3. Twelve by 10 by 3, and it weighs 1 pound and 11 ounces. So shipping is $8.98. And thank you to the person who corrected me on that so that I could provide the info. I just didn't know. This met my goals as well. It sold in a month, almost 2 months. No. Yeah, almost 2 months. And it sold for $30 or more plus, you know, all those things. Cost of goods was actually $5.41, but that's okay. This is going to DC. I can't remember if I said my profit, $24.80. When I got that, I got it at Salvation Army. When I got it that day, it was only one of 2 things that I got. I think the other thing sold too. Can't remember what it was, but I think it sold. So happy that this one sold. This is something I got in Colorado on a trip there this summer, and it is a ski jacket. It's a vintage Grenade Fatigue Project size medium ski snowboard jacket coat, vintage blue camo print. And it's got little hidden grenades in it. I mean, the print within the camo. I hadn't heard of this brand, but I thought it looked cool. I also got a pair of pants in this brand that sold quickly. So this jacket took a long time to sell. Well, longish time to sell. Didn't meet my goal. I listed it in, let me see, September. That's not too bad. It took a little over 3 months because it was the end of September. Yeah. And it sold, I had it listed for 88. I got an offer for, I think it was 50 plus shipping, 60 plus shipping. So yay, I was happy with that. We're going to see how much this weighs. 14 by 10. We'll say 14 by 11. And it weighs a pound and 14.6. I'm going to round up to 2 pounds. Shipping $8.98. It's also going to New York, different part of New York. It also sold promoted, so higher fees on this one too. Shipping plus the cost of the jacket was $72.96. Let me add these numbers. Let me get the calculator because my brain doesn't want to do it. I test very well on the verbal tests. I actually test pretty okay, or used to, on math. But I'll tell you which one I'm really okay with, and it's not numbers. It's not basic math. Yeah. Okay, so my fees were $17.46. That's pretty high. $41.24 though is my profit. So other than it taking a little longer to sell than I would have liked, it met my goals. And the next sale's cool. I really liked picking this one up. It is a vintage pair of overalls. Cornish, size large bib overalls, blue corduroy, vintage 90s painter, carpenter, boho, grunge. Used all the popular keywords. And this has to be a pair of men's because it has a zip fly. And women don't need a zip fly. That really doesn't come in handy when using the restroom facilities. The thing still has to come off, okay? So why would it have a zip fly if it's not men, right? It's hard to say when measuring it because, baggy overalls and it's vintage, but I'm pretty sure it's a men's, and I said that in the listing. I think I listed it in women's anyway because what I was seeing is all the solds were for women's, even though they were exactly like mine. So that didn't make sense. Hold on. I gotta put this label on before I forget and put it on the wrong thing. I don't know if the other people just didn't know it was really men's and think about the fly or whatever, but this has 100% sell-through rate. This brand, corduroy overalls, vintage, 100%. I was listing the only ones, sold within, I don't know, it might have been a week based on previous things that felt like yesterday. Let's check it out. I listed this 3 days ago. And I had listed it for $49.96. Someone sent me an offer for $40. With it having 100% sell-through rate, I was like, probably might get but you know what? I want to make the sale, so $10 wasn't going to hurt my feelings. I paid $3.24 for it. But I really do think I could have gotten at least 45. Maybe I should have countered with 45, but I wanted to make the sale. With shipping, they paid $51.07. It still sold for over my goal. My fees were $7.21, cost of goods $3.24, and let's put it in a poly. I feel like that's my catchphrase. Put it in a poly. It's a terrible catchphrase. $13 by $11 by $2. Going to Decatur, Georgia. I don't know where that is. I mean, I know where Georgia is. 1 pound, 10 ounces. And shipping is $7.36. Who can do the math so fast and tell me what I made? $33.26 is what I made. Awesome. I love it. Love, 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 love it. I guess those are about the most interesting things I did today. Oh, I did go to a store closing, Macy's, Market by Macy's. Never heard of this type of store, but it's Macy's, but smaller, but not necessarily cheaper. In fact, it seemed to have more expensive things than I would have thought Macy's had. I don't know. I haven't been to Macy's in maybe since I got married and I registered. Did I register? I didn't even register there, so I don't know. Do they have regular Macy's? I don't know this either. It's right next to the Party City that is also closing for good. The Market by Macy's, it was just that store that was closing, it said. But Party City, I think it's all of them. I didn't go into Party City. I think at this point they're selling off like the fixtures in there, the racks and stuff. And I did go into Macy's thinking maybe I would find something for retail arbitrage, but no, it was all still going to be way too expensive. I doubt they're going to have the kind of prices that I'll want in order to resell, because they could do some sort of liquidation deal. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I have 2 more sales, and one is a pair of jeans that surprised the heck out of me. Y'all, I'm selling American Eagle jeans, like vintage, not even vintage, mid-2000s American Eagle jeans, skinny jeans. So I hear skinny jeans are really making a comeback because there's some, is it an influencer I've never heard of? I'm not as in touch as my friend who told me about this. And she's introducing a line of skinny jeans. I think it's a TikTok or YouTube influencer. I can't remember. So maybe that's, one reason. Excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. Maybe that's one reason these are selling. But I listed like 4 or 5 pair. I've sold 2, and I had another offer on one, but it was for $10. And I'm like, no, these things sell. I want 15. So I countered, and yeah, they declined. It's going to Virginia. I got these for free from a friend. Maybe I should have just taken that offer, right? I kind of wanted to see if I countered what they sell. These sold for, what did they sell for? Full price sale of $17. So I had just gotten this, and I was like, no, I want more. These things sell for 17. Well, not that pair. And that pair was like a different size. This is an American Eagle size 10 regular high-rise jegging jeans, skinny, dark wash distressed. And they're the older ones because they have the American Eagle embroidery inside with the serif font. And that's an older one. Plus, there's the date on the tag inside, and it's an older one. Okay, so my fees would be $3.40, right? And then $0 shipping expenses. So I made $13.60. Thank you, friend. She's the same person who gave me all those Converse that I've sold and that dress that I just packed up earlier. My last sale is my best sale. What did it sell on? eBay. It is an Armena Gildesania cloth, 40 regular sport coat jacket, navy, wool, and silk, 2-button, Italy. So Armena Gildesania is, I think, an Italian fabric maker. There's a better word for it than fabric maker. Wool mill, something, I don't know. But they also make their own clothes. This one was not made by them. It's just the fabric that's made by them. And the jacket was made for, I think it's Saks. So Saks, Fifth Avenue, fancy. And it does have the made in Italy tag. So this is in a nice high-end classic navy, dark navy sport coat. Okay, so Saks Fifth Avenue, black label. I don't even know if it matters that it's black label, but it sounds good. And yeah, let's get this thing going. Let me click on the shipping label button. Okay, they want it to go USPS ground, so I am going to put it in a poly mailer first. I'm going to actually, you know what? It gets a box because they paid $100 for it. I'm gonna step over the giant pile of packages. It's good to have, you know. It's really good to have. Been listing consistently, and I'm making money consistently. Making that money, which sounds so greedy, but you know, y'all, I'm just paying my bills. Hopefully. I'm terrible at using tape without a tape gun. I'm a little better at math than I am with tape. All right. Okay, so we're coming to an end. Sorry, that was loud. Of January. The end of January is tomorrow. And it's not been the greatest month. It's picked up at the end because I did start listing. So it's on me. In past years, January's been actually pretty good for me. But that's because I was listing like crazy in November and December in past years. And I just haven't found my mojo. You know, in this Mojo Dojo Casa house. But I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Gretchen getting her group back. Remember that movie? It was really just okay. It was all about the guy that played the boyfriend. You know, the young one. And wasn't that Angela Bassett in her arms? She still does, I think. She's just got amazing arms. All right, this weighs 1 pound. No, I got to put it in the box. Forgot I made it box worthy. Now I need to fill up the dead space. This thing's tickling my neck. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't think I have any plans tomorrow other than PT and working. Work. Okay, so this sold for $98.96 plus shipping. It sold full price. It's going to Delaware, Ohio, not Delaware, Delaware. Delaware, Ohio. With shipping, they paid, how much did they pay? I don't know, Gretchen, tell me. $110.03, $14.94 are my fees. $110.03, $14.94. I paid $10.71 for this, probably at a thrift store. And now let's weigh it. 1 pound, 12 ounces. This will be 14, 12, 3. $7.67 is the shipping cost. And I made $76.71. Yay! I did better than the ASP on this, but it's also hard to get exactly those parameters. Made in Italy, cloth made for sacks, all that kind of wool, silk, blend, blah, blah, blah. This was beautiful, very beautiful. I don't know where I got it, but I knew it was worth paying up for. So that's all of them. I'm going to figure out how much I made. Total revenue for the 2 days, remember this is 2 days, is $447.85. Total profit, $297.89. Let's round that up to 300 divided by 2 would be 150 a day. That's getting close to my 174 a day goal. And that says I sold 10 items. Happy where things are headed. Hopefully this means a better February for me as well. I hope you guys are doing well and just keep listing. Oh, before I forget, can you guys give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, if you find this content useful, because I keep forgetting to mention that. And I would like to collect more of you.